shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
German forces planned to begin their attack on August 5th. They set no specific date for the invasion, as it was dependent on the success of the air battle. However, Hitler wanted all preparations to be completed by mid-August. As the Germans now controlled the entire coastline of the North Sea in France, the Luftwaffe were within easy striking distance of most of Britain. Hermann Göring, the head of the Luftwaffe, drew up plans to destroy the RAF fighter command in just 4 days. The objective was to land 160,000 German soldiers along a 40-mile coastal stretch of southeast England. Within a few weeks, the Germans had assembled a large armada of vessels, including 2,000 barges in German, Belgian, and French harbors. With the fall of France, Hitler's forces reached the English Channel, where they waited for the British surrender. When this was not forthcoming, Hitler started planning for a cross-channel invasion. With his chiefs of staff agreed that air superiority over the RAF Royal Air Force was crucial. The German Air Force began their offensive. They called it Kanalkampf, or Battle of the Channel. By the start of what became known as the British Battle of Britain, the Luftwaffe had 2,800 aircraft stationed in France, Belgium, Holland, and Norway. The force outnumbered the RAF 4-1. However, the British had the advantage of being closer to their airfields. German fighters could only stay over England for about half an hour before flying back to their home bases. The RAF also had the benefits of an effective early warning radar system and the intelligence information provided by Ultra. Most significantly, the German military leadership agreed that the Luftwaffe must defeat the RAF before the invasion could take place so that it could not attack the German forces from the air as they were transported across the channel. However, Hitler's generals were very worried about the damage that the Royal Air Force could inflict on the German army during the invasion. Hitler therefore agreed to their request that the invasion should be postponed until the British Air Force had been destroyed.
The new all-metal single-seater fighter plane, the Supermarine Spitfire, had several technical features of the earlier racing seaplane. It had the same structure and aerodynamic lines. However, it had a new engine, the 1,030 HP Rolls-Royce Merlin II, and carried 8 machine guns. Powered by a Rolls-Royce Griffon 65, 12-cylinder, 2,050 HP engine, it could reach a speed of 448 miles per hour and could reach a ceiling of 44,500 feet and had a range of 460 miles. It had 2 20mm cannons, 4 machine guns, and 1,000 pounds of bombs.
The Messerschmitt Bf 109 was designed by Willy Messerschmitt and Walter Rethel and had its first test flight in 1935. The all-metal aircraft had a closed cockpit and a retractable undercarriage, powered by a Rolls-Royce Kestrel V engine at a maximum speed of 342 miles per hour and a range of 410 miles. It was 28 feet 4 inches long with a wingspan of 32 feet 4 inches. The aircraft was armed with 2 machine guns and 2 20mm cannons. At the International Air Show in Zurich in July 1937, the Bf 109, with a modified engine, set a world record of 379.39 miles per hour. Until the Battle of Britain, the Bf 109 was considered the best fighter aircraft in the world. The Bf 109, like its main rival, the Supermarine Spitfire, was continually improved throughout the Second World War. Messerschmitt AG produced over 35,000 for the Luftwaffe between 1936 and 1945.
On July 16th, Hitler issued Directive No. 16. This authorized detailed preparations for an invasion landing in Britain, codenamed Operation Sea Lion. It stated, the aim of this operation is to eliminate the English motherland as a base from which the war against Germany can be continued, and, if this should become unavoidable, to occupy it to the full extent. On August 1st, in his Directive No. 17, Hitler ordered the obliteration of all RAF flying units, ground units, and supply organizations, as well as the destruction of the British aircraft industry. However, The situation changed on August 24th when the Luftwaffe accidentally, it's believed, dropped bombs in central London instead of the docks. When the British still refused to surrender, Hitler then turned his attention to destroying London in an attempt to demoralize the population and force the British to come to terms. At around 4 p.m. on September 7, 1940, 348 German bombers, escorted by 617 fighters, blasted London until 6 p.m. 2 hours later, guided by the fire set by the first assault, a second group of raiders commenced another attack that lasted until 4:30 the following morning. September 7th marked the beginning of the Blitz. The Blitz was a period of intense bombing of London and other cities that continued until the following May. For the next consecutive 57 days, London was bombed either during the day or night. Fires consumed many portions of the city. Residents sought shelter wherever they could find it.
To help citizens before the bombings, posters were placed on streetlights and lamps to catch people's attention. These posters had held the instructions to how to respond to sudden air raid. When German planes approached the city, sirens warned residents to get to safety. After the sirens went off, the citizens sprinted to the closest bomb shelter or subway station. Once there, they would wait for a signal. Bombings could last for hours or even days. Residents stayed in hiding so long that one survivor remarked the Londoners as 20th century cave dwellers. Once out of hiding, everybody would stare at his or her city in ruins. London was destroyed during the Blitz. All people living in London at some point experienced some kind of damage. Whether it was mental or physical, nothing good can be seen in the Battle of Britain.
A dogfight is a form of aerial combat between fighter aircraft. It consists of combat at a short range where each side is aware of the other's presence. Dogfighting first appeared during World War I, shortly after the invention of the airplane. Until at least 1992, it was a component in every major war, despite beliefs after World War II that increasingly greater speeds and longer-range weapons would make dogfighting obsolete.
The climax of the Battle of Britain came on the 30th through 31st of August 1940. The British lost 50 aircraft compared to the Germany's 41. The RAF were close to defeat, but Adolf Hitler then changed his tactics and ordered the Luftwaffe to switch its attack from British airfields, factories, and docks to civilian targets. This decision was the result of a bombing attack on Berlin that had been ordered by Charles Portal, the new head of Bomber Command. The first RAF raid on Berlin took place on the night of August 25, 1940. 95 aircraft were dispatched to bomb Tempelhof Airport near the center of Berlin and Siemensstadt, of which 81 dropped their bombs in and around Berlin, and while the damage was slight, the psychological effect on Hitler was greater. It has been argued that this action may have saved the British from defeat. In the following 2 weeks, there were a further 5 raids of similar size, all precision raids at specific targets. But with the difficulties of navigating at night, the bombs that were dropped were widely dispersed. During 1940, there were more raids on Berlin, all of which did little damage. The raids grew more frequent in 1941, but were ineffective in hitting important targets.
The Blitz brought an end to the Battle of Britain. During the conflict, the Royal Air Force lost 792 planes and the Luftwaffe lost 1,389. There were 2,353 men from Great Britain and 574 from overseas who were members of the air crews that took part in the Battle of Britain. An estimated 544 were killed and a further 791 lost their lives in the course of their duties before the battle came to an end. Stunned by the British resistance, the battle ended on May 10, 1941, when Hitler called off the attacks.